God bless you, and thank you for joining us. I'm Minister Billy Burton, and welcome to Sunday School Insights. This audio teaching series is an evangelistic tool brought to you by Inspirational Minutes Ministries International, Advocatus Ecclesiae Publishing, and Ministry Outpost. We hope and pray that these lessons will reach those who, for whatever the reason, either can't or won't come to a Bible study, a Sunday school class, or a traditional church service. Subscribe to our channel here on YouTube and then follow us on Facebook, where you can read your Bible lessons faithfully each week. Our Facebook link is conveniently posted below. Our background music, Worlds Away, is provided by the artistic genius of J Man at www.ourmusicbox.com. Again, we thank you for joining us, and Sunday School Insights begins now. This week's lesson is called Jephthah's Answer and Vow. Our scriptures are located in the book of Judges, chapter 11, verses 1 through 40. This lesson opens with the death of Gideon, the need for new judges to be raised up, the disruption of Israel's economy, and the serious, urgent need to turn back to God, to hear from God, to make a decision about strong leadership, and then to take action to salvage the scarred internal family relationships for the sake of unity and victory. Jephthah enters our story as an outcast. He is Gilead's son, but unlike his brothers, Jephthah's mother was a harlot. He was excluded from the family inheritance and had to live in a rough area, causing him to use his leadership skills and wit just to survive. Jephthah didn't cause himself to be born in a strained position, yet he had to suffer the shame of what his father did, while his father got to live and have memories of loose pleasure. Jephthah was a mighty man of valor, regardless of his birth status, and he was now going to be needed by the very people who had rejected him. Not only that, but the elders, or political leaders, who did nothing to help him and may in fact have had a hand in forcing him to become homeless, were now going to have to come to him for help in a matter of life and death to their way of living. Isn't it interesting how people who thought you had no value to them at all can later approach you with fake politeness, fake respect, and fake humility when they are the ones in need? God can turn things around that way, and often does. The elders were now desperate for Jephthah's help, as the pressure and threat of the Ammonites grew heavier, and were literally willing to make a vow with God as their witness that they would hold to the terms of their agreement and promise to him. The tribes also agreed, and the deal was done. Jephthah knew that this battle couldn't and shouldn't be fought without the backing of God. So he prayed for divine help, but in the process made a vow of his own that he didn't know would later cost the life of his only child and daughter. After failed letters of peace negotiations from Jephthah to the enemy, it became clear that he and his army were going to have to fight. Before the fight, Jephthah, on his own, made a vow to God to use whatsoever came out of his house first to greet him when he returned from the victory. He would use this to be a burnt offering to God, but to his surprise, his daughter came out to greet him. If you can, join us here again next week, God willing, for another lesson of Sunday School Insights. Our background music, You on My Mind, was composed and performed by J Man at www.ourmusicbox.com. God bless you.